Yo, what's up? Today is our second Q&A video. We got a question about me in the content creation world. We got a question about dealing with being fearful, but also remaining faithful, walking with God. And we got another question about men taking charge and leading in the abstinence journey, I guess, pertaining to a relationship. So we're going to get into all of that today. Thank you to those who sent their questions in. I appreciate it. So this is the Nfluence channel. Stay tapped in. You already know. Now, the first question came from my man, Will, man. What's up, bro? Shout out to you. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the support, bro. He asked me, is the process as difficult or easy as you foresaw when getting into content creation? Honestly, I didn't think it would be so hard, but I quickly realized I knew from my past I had an issue with being consistent. When I was creating music, I wasn't consistent with creating music, but that was in large part because I created based off of inspiration. And then also I got frustrated with social media, trying to learn the algorithms and how should I post and all of that other stuff. But I knew consistency, being consistent was the biggest thing that I was going to judge myself on. I knew that if I could remain consistent and constantly post on social media, post on YouTube at least once a week. And then as far as social media and stuff goes, I'm posting maybe 3-4 times a week. But I told myself I was going to give this a year, even with the Nfluence merch. Y'all go check that out, link in the description. Make sure you go copy yours. But I told myself I want to try this out for a year. And I want to see how I feel at the end of that year. And if it's something I feel like, I want to keep doing this, I feel like this is what God called me to do, which so far I do feel like this is what he called me to do, I'm going to just keep going. But I would say now I feel like it's a little bit easier because my time management is better. My consistency is there. And that's what I struggled with early on. I thought it was just gonna be me. Oh, I got my topics, I'ma just say what it is. But like I told y'all, my girl, she really was the one I was going to. She the one who put me in, who put the battery in my back to go ahead and do this stuff. I thought it was gonna be, I wanted to take conversations that I have with people, the conversations I have with my girl, my friends, coworkers, whatever, and just put it on camera. But it's not just about camera, it's about the visuals. And when I started, my visuals were not good. Like my girl said, I was in a cave. It was dark. The lighting was terrible. But now I feel like slow and steady. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the topics are good and going to be spiritually edifying and informative and helpful for people. But I also think that my lighting is better now. Next thing I'm working on is the audio. If that's an issue, y'all let me know in the comments. But yeah, I feel like now that I got a kind of groove, I feel like it's a little bit easier now. But I know there's always another way I could take it to the next level. So I'm praying and asking God, and me being faithful with this, that my path becomes even more clear of what he wants me to do with this journey. I was a little nervous in the beginning because I didn't know if people was gonna really, value what it is I was saying or feel what I was saying, but I just went for it. And that's the main thing I'm proud of myself about. I took a shot. A lot of people could criticize and type in comments, but they ain't never tried shoot a shot before. But yeah, bro, so thanks for the question, man. The next question from Jalen. Jay conceded. Appreciate it again, man. This is the second time. Appreciate it. And you got a good question too. He asked me, how do I continue to surrender to God's process even in fear? Or how do I cope with the process? I don't feel like there's anything wrong with being afraid because it's a natural emotion. And we as people, we fear the unknown. And based on the context of what you're talking about, you're going into a new season. And like I said, we fear the unknown. And I know what that feels like because since I've moved to North Carolina, again, I feel like I've been blindfolded, but it was for God to strengthen my faith, because all my life I've always felt like I had a plan. But now he got me in a season where it's like, no, your plans ain't gonna save you. Your plans ain't gonna help you. You have to trust in me, period, point blank. How do you continue to surrender to God's process? Is just trusting that, like the word says, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and live according to his will. If you moving in his will, take solace in knowing the good is coming. You just got to make it to the good. I would say also just keep telling yourself, remind yourself who God is. You know what I'm saying? God has never failed. That's foreign to him. You don't know what that's like. Reminding yourself of his goodness, his love, his favor, his protection over you, and him just having his hands on you. I feel like maybe that's something you should do more often to help you combat the fear. But be real with God also in your prayers and tell him that you're scared. But I will also say this. You afraid? Do it anyway. I was afraid of doing content creation. I was afraid of launching the merch because I didn't think that it would succeed. Don't let the fear paralyze you, because that's what fear does. And when God is calling you to make a move, your fear causes you to say, okay, God, I know you're telling me go here, but I don't know about that. And then when he's calling you for something, your fear will mess around and block the blessing. Your fear will mess around and make you never achieve what it is God had for you, or be able to attain what he has for you. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, right? Where we at? For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. It's like and it's funny because like with the disciples when they was on the boat, Jesus was in the middle of the storm. Jesus was sitting in there asleep, bruh, and the disciples over there panicking. And what he tell them? Oh, why do you fear? And he probably saying the same thing to you. He probably say the same thing to us when we be tripping. And it's almost like it's like he take it like a slap in the face. Do you know who I am? What you tripping for, bruh? Relax. And we serve a God who will silence the storm, who will tell it, peace be still. That's the God you serve. So don't forget that, bro. But don't beat yourself up over being fearful. It be like that. You about to enter into something that you don't know what, you can't recognize it because you have no history to go back to and say this looks like that. So no, this is something brand new, and God knows that. But I don't know to the full extent what it is you may be dealing with. But if you're feeling unqualified, so that's causing you to be afraid or whatever it is like that, God qualifies the unqualified. So just keep your head up, keep moving forward, keep trusting in God and lean on him, and just keep it a being with him when you praying and telling him like, yo, like, I'm scared, but take my fear and replace it with bravery, with courage, to stand on your word and to trust in you and to get to where it is you're trying to get me to. So yeah, that's what I got. Third question. This one was the curveball. This one shocked me, but it's a good question. I'm hoping that I'm not messing up this name, but if I am, I apologize. Norette Prettyman. Again, if I mess up the name, I apologize. But she asked, do you think there will be a new kingdom culture advocating for men to lead the charge for abstinence? So this is where my mind is going with it. Do I think it will be a new kingdom culture? Honestly, no, because what you're asking is for men to lead in something that I feel we don't control. Pertaining to sex, I think that women are in control. From the very beginning, when a man has to approach a woman, spit his game, be confident, yada, 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 deal with his own personal fear of rejection, whatever, and get to the woman, say what he gonna say, give the vibes, and then who makes the decision for the second date? That's the woman. So it's the same thing, at least to me in my mind, when it pertaining to sex. If a woman don't wanna be with the dude, she's gonna make it abundantly clear. It's gonna be obvious, it's gonna be known, it's gonna be or verbalized. And if a woman doesn't want it to go there, then I think her saying no is just gonna shut it down. And I think men only get away with what women will allow. If all women set a standard for themselves, we're not gonna tolerate being treated as anything less than a queen, while at the same time moving as one, men have no choice but to meet the standard. Because think about it, men, we do a whole bunch of crap for women. Just for a girl to look at us in a light like, I want that guy. I've seen dudes be hooping. It's just a regular joint. We just having a good time. Soon as a baddie come through, soon as a woman come through, now all of a sudden he Michael Jordan. Because he want to impress the woman. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like, yo, if a woman say, if she's saying, hey, no, you're not getting no loving until you wife me, and she bout that, he's not getting any loving until he put a ring on it. It's that simple. I think men have their part to play in it. Don't get me wrong. If you a kingdom man, you shouldn't be trying to entice a woman and to get her to move to a point where now it leads y'all to the bedroom and so on and so forth. And we're talking in the confines of a relationship. But as a man leading it, I'm not saying it can't happen, because it can. But a kingdom man, I guess from that perspective, he won't tempt her. And I just think that, again, if a woman doesn't give the okay to it, it's never gonna happen, period. If she's not interested in the guy at all, it's just not gonna happen. And you know, the world we in, it's her body, her choice. So whatever she chooses, especially if this man isn't a kingdom man, whatever she chooses or chooses to allow to happen, is just gonna go. We even gotta be in who we choose as a partner is gonna be very important in our life. We can't just be choosing any and everybody. Well, yeah, that's the I don't know. That's my thoughts on the thing, man. Do I think there'll be a new kingdom culture advocating for men to lead the charge for abstinence? I mean, I just the culture, the way the kingdom culture advocating for men. I don't know, because the culture we in right now, it ain't kingdom like at all anyway. You know what I'm saying? But pertaining to us who are already in the kingdom, I don't think it's just a man thing though. I think it's both parties. No one should be having sex unless they married. It's that simple. So I'll say that. Because I don't think it's a man thing or a woman thing. It's hey, if you ain't married, you shouldn't be doing it. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope I answered y'all questions, because I definitely did to the best of my ability. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave y'all thoughts in the comments. If y'all want another Q&A, let that be known in the comments as well, or DM me or whatever. But yeah, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Put your people on. This is for you and yours. Again, the Nfluence merch, the link is going to be in the description. So make sure y'all rack up on some merch. All support is appreciated. But anyway, y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. Peace and love.